Hi, I'm Matt Hatton from technology industry analyst firm Transformer Insights. We're here at the Things Conference in Amsterdam. I'm here with Nicolas and Reiner from Bosch. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hi.
Oh, my pleasure.
You brought some toys with you. Tell me a little bit about what you've brought and a little bit about where you sit in Bosch.
Yeah, first of all, the main product what we want to show here is the parking lot sensor. And the parking lot sensor, it's not only the most beautiful product on the market, not only the most beautiful from design product on the market, it's even the smartest sensor on the market.
Show it to the camera. I'm not sure it can see it tucked away on the... There we go.
You can see it. This was developed with 300 man-years of development by Bosch. It's a high serious product. This product is smart, the device itself. So it has a self-learning algorithm on the device, what is completely different to the market sensors, what we see on the market, like just a few minutes ago. So the data is not processed in the back end in our sensor, it's processed directly on the sensor device itself.
Okay, so some edge computing in there, that's what we like?
Yeah, let's say machine learning. Okay. I call it as machine learning. My team will crucify me for this because I'm a sales guy, so of course I'm throwing around with all the best.
Everything has to be machine learning nowadays.
Actually, machine learning. I mean, it's even artificial intelligence on the edge. So that's how I see it. Nevertheless, what makes the difference from this sensor to others, as the data is processed here with a smart algorithm, the data is yours. The data is the customers. We are not interested in the data, and we do not have business models like selling the data. We just sell our sensor device itself. It has a self-learning algorithm, what gives you the advantage. I mentioned it now, maybe the 5th time, but the advantage is there's no calibration needed in our sensor. Our sensor, it learns what is parking with every parking state change. And it gets smarter and smarter, and it learns, and the accuracy will just improve.
You're talking my language now. That really is machine learning.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And another benefit of that is that it allows you to use a lower power, lower throughput technology in the form of LoRa, presumably, because you're not having to send back huge amounts of data.
Absolutely. That's why we bet on LoRa.
Okay, very, very good. And these other devices you've brought with you? Tell me a little bit about those.
Therefore, I have my expert, Mr. Reiner Schmohl here.
Okay, very good.
And it's my pleasure to introduce him to you.
Okay. So maybe we start with that one. That is our custom main development kit. So we have it here already last year because there we also do have a LoRa extension for that. That is our vehicle to develop our customer relationship from one piece on the desk of the developer up to that hurdle. We say it's about 5,000 pieces to go into a dedicated development project for a dedicated product.
Okay.
And because that one would be then too expensive because it's a super set with sensors. There are 8 sensors in. And in the parking lot sensor, for example, there are 2 sensor principles in. And you need that all of them in a dedicated sensor. And there are also a lot of radios in. We have a Bluetooth Low Energy in and Wi-Fi. And if we need an additional one like LoRa, we just hook it on because there's an extension slot. Yeah. And then we can go for LoRa as well. And with that one, we can, as I said, develop the customer to 500. That might be already sufficient to go for a dedicated extension. And at 5,000, we go to the dedicated product itself. That one, that's IP69. That's very, very rough for building site or construction site, something like that. So we have a GNSS receiver in, so it's an asset tracking tool. You can do geofencing with it. There is an automated hour counter in. So it is like with your smartphone. Bosch saves energy in your smartphone with the accelerometer, so we know exactly what you do with your smartphone, and that's exactly the same what we do with that asset tracking device. It means we switch the device, we say from non-motion mode to motion mode via the accelerometer, and then you can decide via configuration how many GPS fixes you want, in which intervals you need these GPS fixes. That's what we do. And of course there is also possibility to do Bluetooth beacon scanning. So we can also use it for indoor localization as well.
Okay, very, very good. And ruggedized being the where you're focusing your attention?
Yes, that one is IP69K. So this is hammer-proofed. It is really ruggedized. That's for rough environment, yes.
Okay, very, very good. And you've got an app that you're showing now.
Yeah.
Digital twin, can I use that as a term as well? If we've ticked off the AI
of course.
element, then we can talk digital twin as well.
It is a digital twin, what we have here on our smartphone, for example. But that is a universal programmable, so that is just one firmware we use now to connect directly to the smartphone. But we also do have 20 other ready-made solutions we deliver with our workbench, and these ready-made solutions can be used to immediately connect to a cloud, for example, to AWS, for example, or we also have a firmware for Microsoft Azure or something like that.
Very, very good. Nicolas, come back to you.
Please.
Where do you see the roadmap going? Are you, what are you doing with the next phase of products at Bosch?
I mean, so Bosch, of course, is well known for our automotive industry. That's our DNA. That's where we're coming from. But the focus will be IoT, because Bosch, our motto is technology for life, and life in future will be bound to IoT. That's the trend where it's going. So absolutely our future topic. Now, if you asking me product related, I think the strategy, coming to strategy, as Bosch is also in consumer goods, we are also well known. Every one of our product will be connected to the internet in future.
Okay.
So this is absolutely from our CEO. It's the strategic way to go.
Very good. Everything connected.
Everything
Gentlemen,
connected.
Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.